Okay, boss, go ahead.
We're sitting in a restaurant in a casino, and Colin goes, I'll take care of the tip. And he pulls out a bill, and he shows me this part of $100 bill, like he's some big high roller in a casino. They see $500, $1,000 at a time. Your $100 didn't make a difference.
When did you realize that story was going nowhere?
Wow. When he
Wait. Saying that the upcoming presidential election may be too good to pass up for Al-Qaeda, the Bush administration is concerned there'll be a terrorist attack in the U.S. sometime before November. Here's what Bush had to say about that.
Our intelligence is good. It's just never perfect is the problem. We're disrupting some sales here in America. We're chasing people down. But we got a big country.
Okay. Now, personally, I would say, yeah. I mean, he's right. How are you supposed to protect the whole country? You can't.
I know. It's crazy to even think that.
I think so. But I do. I love the fact that everybody in America is like, we are supposed to be protected. No, we're not. We're just like the rest of the world. You get hit sometimes.
It is
That's
hard.
how it
You're
goes.
right. You're right. But could he at least act confident?
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of honesty from the president. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, could just...
When I saw that press conference, my pity for him interrupted my hatred.
I just like that he's like in every alcoholic dad that warns you ahead of time how he's going to screw up to cover himself. Like, I know I said we're going to go to Busch Gardens Saturday, but you know, Daddy sometimes gets in a fight with the foreman Thursday, so I might have to go in and make up the hours. Like, that's what Bush is doing.
But don't you think it is kind of unrealistic? Like, I hate when people say, hey, they're supposed to protect. How are you going to protect an entire country, especially with the fact that until people are crying about the Patriot Act, that was like a small idea to possibly stop that. Now people don't want to deal with that.
Why would you say it's like, why would he say that it's like election day is too good a day to pass up? So if you don't do it, I might. You know what I mean? I mean, what's he really saying?
Because based on Spain. Based on Spain.
But you know what would be really suspect if on election day he said there's a very specific biological attack that's only focused targeting Democrats and possible carry voters? Maybe like an outbreak of sickle cell or something.
Also,
like that.
no one shows up for an election. They should like have it. They would do it on like during the American Idol final. Something like people would actually be there.
Right.
No one voted.
First of all, I'm not going to follow that.
He's got a parent.
The real fear, though, is that if there is an attack, that like how it's going to affect the election. Would people in this country go, like if there was about to be an attack, would they say, we want Bush out of here because he didn't protect us? Or are they going to say, let's make him emperor forever? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Who knows? But Spain, all you know is from Spain, they got rid of the guy because they were like, oh, no.
That would never happen.
Well, who cared? They had 30 troops over there. They were completely ineffective.
I don't know. I'm just saying what the reaction of the people was on the vote.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling kind of as we're talking.
I don't blame you.
What do you think would happen if that would happen? Do you think that Bush would step down and they'd want him to step down?
No, I think Bush would probably be more popular if that happened.
Yep, that's what I think here.
I think that the whole idea right now that people are pretending that the UN scandal is not like the biggest story right now, and that Bush was actually right about one thing, which is those are not our allies, France, Russia, or the UN. Obviously, they have their own agenda. They were corrupted, but nobody's talking about that because even when Bush has a right point, it's kind of uncool to say it in the news or just in general.
That's because he uses the words out of order and he sounds like he's having a seizure, so it's hard to agree with him.
You're doing him or me?
Yeah,
but you have to admit, though, people say, oh, I don't see the liberal media. The fact that this UN story is nowhere, and the fact that yesterday when I was reading the New York Times, an article on the guy, Jose Padilla from the Taliban, and they said that he did have some youthful stumbling, and then they describe how him and his friend stabbed a Mexican guy with a knife and killed him for 9 pesos. That's stumbling. So let's face the facts. It's a little disgusting. I've had it. I don't mind the fact that Fox News and the Post are skewed to the right, but the New York Times and CNN are just as skewed to the left.
Yeah, but they also didn't cover the fact that, Halliburton used French subsidiaries to do business with Iraq when it was under sanctions either.
Well, so, with the Kuwaiti companies.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm just saying that they didn't cover that because that's in part 5 of that story. The fact is, the ally, but our government was not saying we're not going to deal. Nobody's saying, hey, the government doesn't deal with Halliburton.
Right.
Hey, the government doesn't deal with the UN, France, or Russia. You have to admit, it's a little more relevant to what I'm talking about, which is the invasion in Iraq, that we're so horrible because we didn't keep the allies on our side, but meanwhile they were up to it,
That was a hell of a response. I mean that. When he said Halliburton, I'm like, oh, he's got you. Boy, you fired back quick. That was good. I had no idea that was the way to answer that.
I might have broke out the word Bechtel to get really deep, but I didn't want to break it out.
That's why you're the boss.
Who's Halliburton?
Shut up. We'll be right back.